have Conor Gallagher coming in, Conor Gallagher's not going to be keeping the ball. So you're going to end up turning the ball away all the time. And if you've got Gallagher and Bellingham in there with Declan Rice, there's no ball retention there anyway. So this is the problem. But Harry Kane's going to start because he's the captain anyway. I think the only way Harry Kane wasn't going to start this game is if England were guaranteed to go through already.
Aren't they guaranteed already though?
No, they need 1 point basically to go through.
Oh, okay.
But Slovenia are unbeaten. So if Slovenia was to beat England and then Denmark beat Serbia, I think England go out. I think, or they might go through as one of the third place
best.
teams.
I think they're guaranteed to go to it at least as a third place team, guaranteed.
Okay, because I think I've seen today if they finish, Group C. So if they finish second, they play Germany. If they finish second, they play Germany. So
preseason starts early then.
Very early. So I think the only way that can happen is if Slovenia beat them.
Yeah.
And then if Slovenia beat them and then Denmark and Serbia draw, then England would finish second.
Okay. I mean, if I'm being honest, I would still back us against Germany.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I would back us against Germany, despite having said what I've said, is because I do believe England has enough clutch players. I think we actually have more clutch players in Germany. So I think England can actually go far in this tournament, could even win it. I don't think we're going to win it unless we sort out what we're doing in midfield and with our outlets, because you could keep the midfield the same, but if you don't deal with the outlet situation, we're not going to be able to, like if we were to play France, we don't have an outlet. If we play France, we don't have that. We have Saka and that's it.
Well, the good thing is that there is an outlet, but he's not going to play him, I don't think. You know what I mean? He's not going to play him because, as I said to you already, he's got too many players that the media and himself are forcing to play, and it's going to be to the detriment of the team because I want to see Foden play, but Foden ain't going to do nothing on the left-hand side because Foden should be playing where Saka or Bellingham play. And
I don't, you know Saka what it is?
Huh?
I think more than it's just the media and him not wanting to drop certain players. I think he has an idea in his head, which is good. And but the idea don't work. Doesn't make sense. You know, with Trent, for example, they come out and said that they'd been working with the coaches all season on this midfield role. So when you see Trent going out there and doing certain things, that's literally his packet. This is what he's been told to do. He's sticking to his instructions. The instructions are what don't make sense. They're not working. So in his mind, he's sticking with players to make a system work more so than faithfulness to the players. Because for him, from listening to him talk and what he said, it's more about him getting it right than the players performing, because when it came time to throw the players in front of his experiment, because him saying, "Oh, I did it as an experiment because we don't have Calvin Phillips anymore," at the same time, he's in his mind he could be taking a firing line for that, but it's not. It's just making everyone go, "See, you need to drop Trent." So then when he takes Trent out now and he plays Conor Gallagher in there, I'm glad that's not Mainoo, because if Mainoo plays there and it don't work, you're going to get slaughtered. Conor Gallagher might be a bit better. The media might be a bit better with it, but nah.
But you know what? You see, the problem is though, again, I think this is a coward's move, what he's doing. Because as I say, it looks like Trent's going to come out the team for Gallagher. Now you've given Trent number 8. You've placed your faith in him by starting him them games, and now because you're playing Slovenia, who in your head you think are the weakest team in the group, you're now bringing in Conor Gallagher, which for me, I can see through that because I think if it wasn't a Slovenia, I don't know if he changes the team because it's going to kind of make him look silly if he did that. But because it's Slovenia and Slovenia are a weaker team, he might get away with just changing it because people are not certain with Trent playing there anyway.
This is the thing. If he was supportive of the players,
Yeah,
he would actually change the instructions slightly,
yeah,
and play the same team.
yeah.
Because especially if you believe that Slovenia is weaker, but because he puts his instructions and his ideas over everything else, he's taking it as an opportunity for him to kind of worm the way out. Like, oh, they just can't do what I'm asking them to do, how I want them to do it.
Yeah,
They're good players, but it's just not worked out. It's not my fault. It's not their fault. It just didn't work out. For me, yeah, I agree. He's 100% a coward in this situation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have called him a coward because he took that penalty in '96, but I would have said something else to him for missing it. But I think that mentality that he has doesn't suit the team. It doesn't inspire me from the outside looking in. It doesn't seem very inspirational.
Yeah.
It's not how a club would handle it. I'll give you an example. With Trent, and you know how when he started to invert in midfield, he started to invert in midfield because we no longer had Firmino playing up front. So we would have a striker that stretches the play. We no longer have the overload in that position. So Pep Blinders was like, okay, you need to put Trent in this position. Now, Pep Blinders was screaming at Klopp 2 seasons ago to try it out. In the interviews, he said, if it doesn't work out, you can take my wages for the year.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. So then Klopp said, okay, I'll put him in there. Now, this is the same Klopp that's gone to Southgate. Why are you playing one of the world's best right backs in midfield? Like, why bother? He's the best at right back. So we didn't know about that until at least a season or so more, like further down the line.
Once so Klopp. So you're saying that Klopp is saying why is he playing Trent?
This is before when Southgate first started to try Trent in midfield.
Yeah.
He was like, well, why are you playing? Why are you not picking the best right back in the right back position?
Right.
So Klopp saw Trent as a right back because that's how he came through into the first team. Because he was converted into a right back later on in the academy to get into the first team.
Yeah.
So when in Klopp's mind, he's like, look, this geezer's the best crosser in the world. What are you doing playing him in this position? You're going to get more out of him and you're going to get more over the long term in terms of for the team if you just play him in his best position.
Yeah.
So then he didn't think that Trent was the answer inverting him. He didn't think that was the answer. Because Pep Lijnders was like, okay, he has this skill set, he has experience in midfield. Try it out. It worked. It worked, and it's something that he continues to do. But we didn't even find out that it wasn't Klopp until Pep Lijnders came out and said something.
So it was Pep Lijnders that recommended.
Yeah, over like a year later, he came out and said it. And then now, as in the few months before he left, that's when you started to see people talk about the situation more. And that's when like Pep Lijnders said, I basically said, take my money, take my wages if it doesn't work. That's how he was. That's how hard he had to push for it. But in the moment, it looked like Klopp's idea. So whether it worked or didn't work, it was on Klopp, and he stood at the forefront to take that on. You'll never get that from a Southgate.
Yeah.
And I think that's why England hasn't won an international competition in recent years. And what I think is the thing that's holding them back the most, in terms of standing up and being counted as a manager, in his mind, so long as he stays hard like to his core principles, so long as he doesn't shift off that, then he's done his job. He's been a good manager. He's protecting his players because it's his principles. But that's not what's happening in the media. What's happening is the media is you've got the Man United pundits wanting the Man United spin, yeah, in
Mm,
midfield. Now, I don't think those pundits, I remember Southgate's their friend as well.
yeah,
I don't think those pundits realize, okay, if you put Kobe Mino in midfield and it doesn't work because it likely won't work against certain oppositions because of Southgate's instructions. What's that gonna do to the kid?
yeah,
And I think, for example, England's up 2-0, bringing him on. I don't even have to wait till it's 3-0. I still want to see him play football in the Euros, but you're not gonna get that with Southgate. It's just not gonna happen. So that's why I said that's the coward aspect of it.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I mean, obviously the thing about Pep Linders, yeah, I didn't really realize that. But as I mentioned before, man, I think at right back defensively, he's not the greatest. But
You're not gonna
um,
have an argument from me there, you know.
yeah,
As
yeah, no,
much
no,
as I
obviously
like Trent,
we've
remember I'm saying Trent can play like
yeah,
piano, you know. But so like, I rate him, but his style of defense or style of defending,
yeah,
outside pressing down on the flanks, it doesn't suit that position.
yeah.
But I
But
still
yeah,
disagree with the what was it you said? You said what's his name? The one that hugs the bed. No, no, the one that's always injured. What's his
Reece
name?
James, Reece James,
Reece James. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
Reece
You
Reece
said he
James.
was better than Trent. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I'll tell you
Mate,
why.
this
Let me
we'll
tell
have
you
to,
my
we'll have
argument first, and then you can tell me, all right? So Reece James, for me, is a really good player, an amazing